Are you a solopreneur looking to build a brand or a business to sustain yourself for the long term and scale it up to something big? Well, then you're probably an idiot like I am. But this idiot learned two valuable skills that have carried me over the last 10 years and helped me to maintain a sustainable income and now working on scaling it up. And what those two skills are, I highly believe they are the most important skills that you could have as a solopreneur, founder, whatever you are in the entrepreneurship world. They are skills that will apply to pretty much every aspect, no matter what industry that you go to or what profession or whatever it applies to your personal life. And what those two skills are marketing and sales. And some would say they're two sides to the same coin, and I would tend to agree, but there are different philosophies that go into both of them and in different skill sets that you will have to learn to master both. How I look at it, and I am always right. I have never been wrong, so this is the way that it is, and it's hard and concrete set, is sales is one to one, typically. Marketing is one to many, always. Both have deep elements of persuasion, copywriting, confidence, knowing your product, selling a good product or service to begin with, and rely heavily on human psychology. While I'm not saying either one is technically easy to master, but it is pretty straightforward and simple. Most of it comes down to just getting reps under your belt. And when you learn one, the other one will be easier to learn because a lot of similar principles do apply. And really, the reason why these two skills are so important is because they are valuable to any and every business. Without marketing and sales, there is no sales, no revenue generated, and ultimately no business. So if you are able to be good at marketing or sales and you are able to increase revenue for somebody else, they're going to pay you proportionately, especially if you're on a commission structure. And yes, AI could automate certain things, but it's never going to take away the importance of sales and marketing. Now, in marketing, instead of SEO, it just shifted to optimizing for language learning models to pull your content from your site and recommend it to people. Marketing is still there, it just has shifted. And sales, really, you can't replace with an AI because people need that human face to face interaction or Zoom screen, whatever. And likely AI will get good enough soon to the point where it is able to close basic sales. But it's not going to be an absolute killer for them. They're still going to need good closers and people who are able to connect on a human level with the prospects. Because ultimately, if you're running a business, you don't want some robot selling for you because that makes your business look bad. When they see there's a real passionate human being that's able to connect with them on a deeper level, it makes the clients happier and it makes the business owners happy. Now, books are a little bit outdated and they won't teach you the technical stuff, but my three favorite books that help me with the subject are The Way of the Wolf for sales, Influence for marketing, and The Laws of Human Nature for just general psychology that's broadly applicable. Now, I know most people will just buy a book and have it sit on the shelf. Just look up video summaries or actually the authors of the books talking about the books or somebody else who is credible. You don't need to actually read the book fully. Yes, it does help, but not everybody has time to sit there and read a book anymore, or really the attention span. But really, how you are going to get good at these skills to where you are able to scale a business for yourself is getting the reps under your belt. And what that looks like is just getting a sales job somewhere just for a little bit. My first sales job that I had, I was able to see the psychologies that I was reading about in the books and see them applied in their training material. And they didn't teach me why it worked. I had already learned why it worked, but when I saw it in application, it really opened up my eyes and ingrained that understanding into me. And you're not going to get that until you get to experience it firsthand. And you don't have to stay there for long. Just think about it as getting paid to learn a really valuable skill. It's way more worth it than any bullshit that you could learn in college. Speaking of college, I actually dropped out and I was a marketing major. And one of the things that rubbed me the wrong way while I was sitting there in class was the professor was talking about billboard advertising and traditional advertising. And that whole first half of the semester, he did not mention digital advertising whatsoever. And that just felt entirely irrelevant because then I ended up actually getting a working opportunity in marketing. So when I dropped out and decided to pursue working in marketing, I learned a whole lot more actually running advertising campaigns. I learned along the way. So I highly implore you, especially if you are just starting out and you don't have a service to sell of your own, go get a job in one of these fields. Heck, you could get a part time in both and learn both simultaneously because both are going to be useful for your business. So then by the time you are pitching your own clients, you don't suck at sales. You're not going to waste the leads that you worked so hard to get on the call. Or if you start running marketing campaigns, which I do not recommend you do when you don't have much money going, you're just going to burn through that budget. That's about it. If you are a solopreneur looking to get to the next level, you should check this video out next. If not, you're an asshole.